Wafi bona choge Biafra rukobore amako karia mano uramo. Wafi bona choge Biafra rukobore karia mano uramo. Wafi bona choge Biafra rukobore amako karia mano urugo. Wafi bona choge Biafra rukobore karia mano uramo. Imana diga jinta jarabia nkene buge boya. We mana diga jinta jarabia nkene buge boya. Ogano chure aso coach betena bagati tindino. Ogago chure aso coach betena bagati tindino.
Oh, thank you for joining me, Arum. Thank you for joining me.
Brother Masikwala, Makere, Sirike, Kiweri, Sikiru, Basabo. Esio, Imana, Esene, Madam, Makiwere, and Ego. Imana Bukage, Makiwa, yes, and Yelu, and Yadia, only Terror Sabo. Do her wedding, Borabo, we get to us. Do her wedding, Borabo, we get to us. Sabo. Atutala la nike, atuturo nike, ni abwego ha. Atutala la nike, atuturo nike, ni abwego ha. Otu akogade, Biafra gabia, atutundega ora. Otu akogade wo, Biafra gabia, atutundega ora. Toma. Wafi bona choge Biafra rukobore karia mano. Wafi bona choge Biafra rukobore karia mano. Wafi bona choge Biafra rukobore karia mano. Wanem bianara Biafra bianara ya kiawadere game brother. Senator bianara Biafra. Governor bianara Biafra. Absor Senator bianara ya. Abata kiawadere game brother. Oh wanile yala Biafra kayikele tukokike. Asemo wanile yala Biafra kayikele tukokike. Onye foro nodi bezi ayi mazi na modika dike. Obiago wetobugi bonabo. Polugo no bonye tuku dijalo. Polugo. Ndom sina jugu, akarakan sina jugu na buru Victoria mangwa. Ndom sina jugu, akarakan sina jugu na buru Victoria mangwa. Afamolugo Nembia kene nambole kulo webugo Mami moya kene Nembia kene nambole kulo webugo Nama
Yeah, thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you, Mochineke, lovers of freedom. I greet you all. I welcome you tonight. It is because I just needed to make sure I drop this message, because tomorrow morning we will have a session of prayer. I may not be able to deliver any sermon, so to speak. Tomorrow is the altar of fire that we always raise every Friday morning for our men on ground, for Butuzo and his men. And that's why tonight is important. I reach out. I have two people tonight that I believe also that every Biafran that understand the movement we are in, that understand where we are at right now in this movement and in this world, you understand that two people are very important. Two people are in the eyes of the storm right now. Two prime ministers, sophisticated prime ministers, two prime ministers that, that is more hated and also more loved amongst different people. Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu and Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Two of them. And they are fighting, two of them are fighting for the holy land of God, precious land of God, the land of Israel and the land of Biafra. Two wonderful men that Chukwokika Biama anointed in a diverse manner with potential to protect their land. Two prime ministers that the enemies dread so much. Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Put your hands together for these men. Their name causes uproar in the kingdom of darkness. Their name raises a lot of dust in the camp of the enemies. The enemies do not like their name. And one good thing is that no matter what you do against them, they always win. There is no plan or plot against these two men that ever succeed. And there is no threat that shakes them. They have what I call winning mentality, and both of them have what I call mental toughness. Bibi Netanyahu, Mazi Simon Ekpa, Prime Minister, Israel, Prime Minister, Biafra Republic. Hey! Again, the enemies are quaking, the enemies are shaking, and these two men are consistently result-oriented. They do not fight any lost battle. Any battle they go into, they win. And one funny thing also is that both of them, the enemies always use propaganda against them. But if you go to the true picture, you will see that everything the enemy is telling you about them is always a lie. And they are a total embodiment of love and compassion. And at the same time, they are overloaded with terror against the enemy. They are overloaded with violence against the kingdoms of the enemy. When they speak with authority. They don't say what they don't mean. They always mean what they say. And if they say something is white, that thing is white. If they say it is black, it is black. If they tell you we can go here and win, my friend, follow them. They are going to win. Bibi Netanyahu, Simon Ekpa, my two prime ministers, I salute you. And that's why I said, like Bibi Netanyahu, like Simon Ekpa, like father, like son, like brother, like brother. Hey, again. You can't win them all. Today, these are the end. And now let me tell you, do you know the people that hate them the most? Fanatical Janjaweed. Fanatical Islamic people. Those that do not even love their own people. Those that will come and tell you, these people are wicked, though. They are not doing anything for the people. But go, those people that are accusing them of anything, go and check. They are the same people that are destroying the economy of their own people, that are massacring their own people, that are starving their own people. Go to Nigeria. See what these Janjaweed are doing to the Muslims in the north. They are suffering them. They are punishing them. They everywhere is littered with alamajiri. Go to Gaza. Go to Iran and see what they are doing to their people. They are suffocating them. They are making life so miserable for them. There is nothing like democracy. But come into the closet of Bibi Netanyahu and Simon Ekpa, and you will see democracy personified. You will see live and let's live. As long as there is law and order, everybody can achieve whatever you want to achieve. They are not self-centered. They are concerned about the people. Netanyahu is concerned about Israel and everyone that wants to live in peace with Israel. Simon Ekpa is concerned about Biafra and everybody that wants to live in peace with Biafra. Anyone that hates Israel, Netanyahu will hate. Anyone that hates Biafra, Simon Ekpa will hate. Anyone that raises up their heel or their head against Biafra, Simon Ekpa will strike. Anyone that raises up their heel and mind against Israel, Bibi Netanyahu. Hey. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry. I'm begging my wife. I want to use anointing to pursue them come up from my house. You people should praise this van wife. She they try you. Because when I get into my element, she will come out of the room and look like, take them easy now. And now they go sleep. But this anointing is smoking. I'm telling you, this is the glory of Biafra. Let me tell you why Biafra is so unique and different. Is that like today, go to Israel. Israel have all the means wherewith they can achieve anything. Because they have all the sophisticated everything. But in Biafra, even though we don't have all those sophistication, we are still surviving because we know Israel had a beginning. That is why in this our beginning of Biafra, one day we are managing it. But when we declare our restoration, we will explode like brothers and sisters. Israel and Biafra will work together. Don't come here and tell me why are they not mentioning your name. You don't know what is happening on the ground because what you don't know is bigger than you. Why are we always standing by Israel? Because we have a bloodline together. There is a pattern that joins us together. There is one unique thing that brings us together, which is our own bloodline. That is why our own is unique. Our lives are unique. Our countries are unique. The enemies are fighting to drive us away from our land. The same thing they are fighting to drive Israel away from their land. The same thing. Go to Israel. In Israel, you see everybody can worship there. Everybody is going to their own. You have mosque, you have church, you have menala, you have everything. It functions in Israel. In Biafra, we promise them the same thing. They said in Biafra, as long as you are not a threat to Biafra, you want to be fine. You will be in peace. But if you raise your ugly head, we will nip you in the bud. Ozubo. We nip you in the bud. So I have a few videos I'm going to play tonight to support my narrative tonight. But I want you to know that this is our season. The season of Israel and the season of Biafra. It is our turn to shine. Let me tell you, you know what the enemies have concluded? The same thing they concluded on Biafra. When Britain supported this Janjaweed and said they should go after Biafra to eliminate us, and they knew that the target was to exterminate us, even at that, we survive and we are stronger and we are better in everything. In everything. They try to seize education from us, make it easy for them to pass and go to school, make it so difficult for us not to be able to pass, yet we pass, yet we go to school, yet we are the best, yet we progress, yet we shine because we are like a shining star. Those of them, they get the liberty and they reduce their pass mark, what do we call it, their cutoff mark. They are what they continue to call themselves Olodo Rabata. Olodo. You give them chance to be anything, they can never be anything. You don't even give us chance to be something. We become something anyway. That's how unique we are. Like Bibi, like Simon, like Israel, like Biafra. You see what is happening today? They tell you Iran is striking. Iran has, they shoot how many ballistic? All of them are celebrating. By the time our brothers will start their own now, all of them will be crying, ceasefire. Just like they are complaining, like crying now. Hey, stop buying policemen. Stop buying the military. Stop buying. Did we invite any military into Biafra land? Did we invite any policeman into Biafra land? Have we not told them that we have our own police, we have our own army, we have our own intelligence, we have our own security? Take your security to your place. Go and secure your side. Our side, despite all the commotion you are bringing inside our own territory, our side is still more secure than your side. That is why every day you see them falling like rats everywhere. And very soon they will begin to eat their own soup. So we tell them, leave our place. Let us handle our place. For your own good, though, go and mind your business. But they will not listen. And every day they will start crying. Hey, Samoeta. Hey, Samoeta. Hey, Biafra army. Hey, nye. Hey, get out of our place. You refuse. The same thing, Israel minding their business. But Iran will sponsor Hezbollah, will sponsor Hamas, will sponsor this, will sponsor that. And all their sponsored team have been ruined in one blow, completely decimated, completely. And you see them crying, hey, we are going to retaliate, we are going to strike. And then before you know it, they are shooting. Wow. They are shooting, shooting their ballistic. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that Israel will do on them in less than 24 hours. We will show you the picture of before and after. Just like I want to show you now, the pictures of before and after. Now, here is Israel. Tel Aviv. Here is Tel Aviv. Can you see? I'm going to enlarge it. How the picture is there on the screen. No, I've not put it. Okay, let me put it. Sorry. Let me put it so that you will see. I'm showing you something now. I'm going to show you something now. That's why all the noise making everywhere. Let me show you something. That's how we deal with all these evil people. Now, this is before. This picture was taken, I think, yesterday. Yesterday was this picture taken. I got it from the page of our brother Hananya Naftali. This picture was taken yesterday, and this is Tel Aviv before this recent ballistic that Iran have been firing upon Tel Aviv. You see how beautiful it is? This was before their attack. Then this is after their attack. Did you notice any change? No. Did you see any change? Iron Dome doing its work. You see the sea line? Very quiet and calm. This is after. This is before. Before the Iran nonsensical ballistic. You see it? They don't finish their own. Our brothers will soon start their own. You see it? This is after. Then this is before. You see, when we tell you about mental toughness, you see our brother, mental toughness. You see it? You already know our PM. That's why tonight I'm talking about like Bibi, like Simon. The same way Bibi is hated by the Arab world, by the fanatics that do not like democracy. The same way Boko Haram and the jihadist Fulani Nigeria terrorist country have hated our prime minister, like Bibi, like Simon. Okay, now let me bring you some messages. Now listen to Bibi. Listen to Bibi.
I'm hopeful about Israel because my people, the Jewish people, emerged from the depths of hell, of dispossession and genocide. And against all odds, we restored our sovereignty in our ancient homeland. We built a powerful and vibrant democracy, a democracy that pushes the boundaries of innovation for the betterment of all humanity.
You see, Bibi, of course, there are so many videos of our PM, but let me bring this one where he also was telling you what he will do and how we have survived and how that he will make sure that we do not, become history.
I am the product and the survival of children and the generation that were starved to death. And I'm very, very angry. I'm very, very angry. Instead of that we cannot get this Biafra, I will turn to a beast. I will turn to a beast. I will become a beast. You see those children that you see, you count their ribs, and their stomach are big. You see their stomachs running up every day. We came from them. This generation of Biafra, we come from them. We come from their survivors. And I will be a beast. I will be a beast for Biafra to come. It doesn't matter what you think about it, but I'm telling you now today that 20 pounds, we are the product, the end product of 20 pounds each. We are the end product of Kwashoko. We came from Kwashoko. Malnutrition, starvation, genocide. But our grandfather, our fathers, they survived it. They survived it. I want you to document the video I'm doing because it will go down in history of humankind. How we are going to get this Biafra. Or at least, how we are going to disintegrate Nigeria. How we dissolve Nigeria will go into the history of mankind. And I will be part of it. And some people are beating their chest to be part of the ethnic.
I have become your last bus stop. And said it from the beginning till now. I will be your end until Biafra come.
Okay, and another, I'm going to bring you another video of Bibi to those people that do not know that Bibi have their interests at heart, but they just want to listen to the narratives of the enemies. Now, let me get you another video of Bibi. All right.
I speak a lot about the leaders of Iran. Yet at this pivotal moment, I want to address you, the people of Iran. I want to do so directly, without filters, without middlemen. Every day, you see a regime that subjugates you make fiery speeches about defending Lebanon, defending Gaza. Yet every day, that regime plunges our region deeper into darkness and deeper into war. Every day, their puppets are eliminated. Ask Muhammad Dev. Ask Nasrallah. There is nowhere in the Middle East Israel cannot reach. There is nowhere we will not go to protect our people and protect our country.
There is nowhere in the Middle East Israel cannot reach. Nowhere. You understand? So you can see that they are restraining very strongly because they care about humanity. They care about the common citizens that their leaders don't even care about. They are ready to use children as human shield. They're ready to use mothers as human shield. They're ready to use schools as human shield. Everything they want to use because they don't have love in their heart. Let me take it back a little bit. So listen.
There is nowhere in the Middle East Israel cannot reach. There is nowhere we will not go to protect our people and protect our country. With every passing moment, the regime is bringing you, the noble Persian people, closer to the abyss. The vast majority of Iranians know their regime doesn't care a whit about them. If it did care, if it cared about you, it would stop wasting billions of dollars on futile wars across the Middle East. It would start improving your lives. Imagine if all the vast money the regime wasted on nuclear weapons and foreign wars were invested in your children's education, in improving your health care, in building your nation's infrastructure, water, sewage, all the other things that you need. Imagine that. But you know one simple thing. Iran's tyrants don't care about your future, but you do. When Iran is finally free, and that moment will come a lot sooner than people think, everything will be different.
Did you hear that? So he is concerned about the freedom of common Iranians in Tehran, in other parts of Iran. Because when Iran is finally free, you understand that the things that God blessed you with in the land of Iran is meant for you to prosper, have all the good road, good network, water, every good thing that your government has denied you, and they are investing into rockets and bombers that they want to use to remove Israel from the face of the earth. They don't care about any citizen of Israel. Their own desire is that they be wiped out. That is what the target is. But hear what this man is saying, just like our prime minister will always say that we are, sometimes we say our prime minister will be reaching out to people in the middle belt, reaching out to Christians in southern Kaduna, reaching out to Christians in the Plateau, telling them that, look, in Biafra you have your hope. Because when Biafra finally comes, our prime minister will tell them, you will come and seek asylum in Biafra, we will give you a safe haven, we will protect you. You Christians that have been tormented there, Biafra will be your hope. The same way Netanyahu is telling them, his interest is not to wipe out Iran or to wipe out everybody in that country, no. Just because they are not Judaism or they are not Christians, you want to wipe them out. For what? They are human beings. They are human beings and they are free to believe whatever they want to believe. That is why in our own tradition, because we are the same with Israel, it is biri kambi onye sinai ayamahambi nkwakwaya ugobelu ebebelu ugobelu onye sinai biamambe ukwagwegini kwaya. The same thing Israel believes. And they have sold this narrative to these people, but they will never buy it. Their mindset and their interest is to wipe out Israel from the face of the map. Ask them why. Why? Can't you stay in your own space and allow Israel to stay in their own space? When Israel, just allow Israel to manage that Palestine and remove Gaza, remove Hamas from Palestine. Palestine will become like Singapore. Because a lot of money comes in there, and Israel will not have any problem with that. But these people, instead of building their system and making things work for them, they will use the money and acquire weapons upon weapons with a target of wiping out Israel. And they will be listening to people from Tehran, people from other parts of the Muslim world that are instigating them to go after Israel. Why? Why? And Israel happened to be the only democracy in that Middle East. Listen to Bibi again. Let me take it back a little bit. So you see the heart of gold he has, even for those that have been lied to, that Israel hate them. While Israel is winning this fight, if you go to Canada, I've seen videos of Iranians in Canada celebrating when Israel lambasted and stopped the wickedness that was coming from Lebanon. Just last week, as Israel humiliated those Hezbollah people in Lebanon, there was celebration. Iranians all over the world, in America, in Canada, they were celebrating. Because you understand that the only friend they have is Israel. The same thing you should be celebrating in wherever you are in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom called Nigeria. Whenever we decimate these zoo animals sent into Biafra land, you should be celebrating it the same way Iranians are celebrating outside of Iran, because they know that their friend is Iran. You should also know that your friend is Biafra. Whether you are living in Kwara, in Ilorin, in Kaduna, in Bauchi, anywhere you are living, as long as you are standing for truth, the only friend you have is Biafra. Because your own government don't care about you. Okay, look at what just happened in Borno. Is it Borno? Yeah, Borno. Meduguri. Look at the dam destroyed everywhere. The governor Zulum collected $6 million from United Nations, allegedly collected. Because they say it collected and they were paid, they were giving money, and other dignitaries and big people were donating 100 million, 200 million, like Dangote gave 1 billion. Where is all those money? And the people in IDP camps in that Boronu are suffering. They don't have water. Okay, where are the $6 million and the 1 billion and 100 million that was given to the state's governor and the officials? Where's the money? Where is the money? They don't care about you. All right, let's listen to Bibi.
But you know one simple thing. Iran's tyrants don't care about your future, but you do. When Iran is finally free, and that moment will come a lot sooner than people think, everything will be different. Our two ancient peoples, the Jewish people and the Persian people, will finally be at peace. Our two countries, Israel and Iran, will be at peace.
Do you hear that?
When that day comes, the terror network that the regime built in 5 continents will be bankrupt, dismantled. Iran will thrive as never before.
He is already thinking about how Iran will thrive as never before. Let me tell you, tomorrow, after our declaration, and the zoo called Nigeria stays quiet without attacking us, and then they fight their way and they free themselves from these shackles of this terrorist government that have bedeviled them, Nigeria and Biafra will live in peace. Nigeria and Biafra will do what? We live in peace, side by side, with no problem. We have no interest of anything in Nigeria. We just want to be on our own side. The same way Bibi is telling them that Iran and Israel will be at peace with each other. No problem. No fight. No quarrel. You are in your own land, in your own space. We're in our own space, in our own land. Why should I come and be taking my eye into what you have in your land? Why are you taking your eye into our land? All of you said our land is a desert. Is this? Don't worry. We know how to manage this desert. All of them also in Biafra have come to take our oil and everything. And we told them, leave us alone. If you even want oil, we can negotiate on how we can give you the oil. Not the oil you want. We give you oil. We give you. After all, you have always occupied all the oil. Sultan of Sokoto have 20-something oil wells in Biafra land. In Biafra land. There is Californium in Sokoto. Is Biafra dragging it? There is oil. There is gold. And everything you can think of in Zamfara. Are we dragging it with you? You have dragged our own. You take our own. And yet, you have the intention, wicked, diabolic intention of exterminating us. That is where you fail. That's where you fail. Because there is no weapon fashioned or formed against Biafra that will succeed. No way. No way. No weapon formed against us will succeed. We win, and we win in a classic way. When we defeat you, it will be evident to the deaf and the dumb that we won you. That's exactly what Israel is going to do in a few days from now. Just watch them. This Iran that is pumping their muzzle, ballistic missile, ballistic. Watch, we are all here together. As Bibi is speaking now, there is so much confidence. So much. There's no threats you bring to Chineke that will exterminate us. No way. Let's listen to Bibi because our brother Naftali is also going to speak. Let us listen to Bibi.
Finally be at peace. Our two countries, Israel and Iran, will be at peace. When that day comes, the terror network that the regime built in 5 continents will be bankrupt, dismantled. Iran will thrive as never before. Global investment, massive tourism, brilliant technological innovation based on the tremendous talents that exist inside Iran. Doesn't that sound better than endless poverty, repression, and war? From Qom to Isfahan, from Shiraz to Tabriz, there are tens of millions of good and decent people with thousands of years of history behind them and a brilliant future ahead of them. Don't let a small group of fanatic theocrats crush your hopes and your dreams. You deserve better. Your children deserve better. The entire world deserves better. I know you don't support the rapists and murderers of Hamas and Hezbollah, but your leaders do. You deserve more. The people of Iran should know Israel stands with you.
Did you hear that? Oh my God, what did I do? The people of Tehran should know that Israel stands with you.
I speak a lot about the leaders of Iran. Yet at this pivotal moment, don't care about your future. Doesn't that sound better than endless poverty, repression, and war? From Qom to Isfahan, from Shiraz to Tabriz, there are tens of millions of good and decent people with thousands of years of history behind them and a brilliant future ahead of them. Don't let a small group of fanatic theocrats crush your hopes and your dreams. You deserve better. Your children deserve better. The entire world deserves better. I know you don't support the rapists and murderers of Hamas and Hezbollah, but your leaders do. You deserve more. The people of Iran should know Israel stands with you.
Israel stands with you.
We together know a future of prosperity and peace.
All right. I have two more videos. I'll play from PM, then I'll play our brother Neftali. Let's play PM.
My fellow Biafrans, in the early hour of today, 1st October 2024, the Biafra Defense Forces has destroyed, neutralized the proposed facility that was built to house and train Boko Haram in a place called Ehimembano in Imo State, former Imo State. Any more of such facility will be destroyed by Biafra forces. We call on Biafrans to give credible information on any further project of the Nigeria terrorist state targeted at bringing in Boko Haram for training in Biafra land, or to be used to house fighters that the intention was to use against Biafra forces. Because the Nigeria terrorist army has been defeated, and all they do is to bring in fighters in whatever guise.
You see that? Now, I am going to bring Neftali. Before then, let me just refresh this 1 minute. Okay. I'm going to bring in Neftali. Okay. That's our brother. Listen to his speech. And then I think I'll put link. If there's anybody that wants to come in, you come in. Otherwise, we'll just end it because tomorrow is going to be another long day. Let's go.
You know, you're seeing the visuals, you're seeing all the dramatic news, and you have to remember that enemy after enemy, empire after empire, tried to destroy my country, tried to destroy Israel, the Jewish people.
Have I launched it? Okay, I did. Wait 1 minute. One minute, guys. I'm coming. Okay.
You know, you're seeing the visuals, you're seeing all the dramatic news, and you have to remember that enemy after enemy, empire after empire, tried to destroy my country, tried to destroy Israel, the Jewish people, and yet they always end up destroying themselves.
Enemy after enemies, empire after empire, they have always tried to destroy Israel. And you know what happened? They will always end up destroying themselves. Is it not the same thing with Biafra? Country upon country, enemies upon enemies. They want to destroy Biafra. They want to destroy and exterminate us. They will end up destroying themselves. It has happened in the past. it will continue to happen. Nobody will succeed in destroying the people of God. We always win. We always win.
Bringing destruction at their doorstep. So we have to stay strong, hold on to these encouraging words that we are just not going anywhere. As Golda Meir said, our secret is that we have nowhere else to go. And the sooner our enemies will understand that Israel is here to stay, the better it will be for their sakes.
This, you see their slogan? We stay here, we have nowhere else to go. I don't know why this thing doesn't allow me to rewind. Why it doesn't allow me to rewind? Okay. Now I can rewind now. All right.
You're seeing the visuals, you're seeing all the dramatic news, and you have to remember that enemy after enemy, empire after empire, tried to destroy my country, tried to destroy Israel, the Jewish people, and yet they always end up destroying themselves, bringing destruction at their doorstep. So we have to stay strong, hold on to these encouraging words that
hold on to these encouraging words. Hold on. Stay strong. We must stay strong. Every plot they have in the zoo today is how to eliminate Biafrans. It's how to end our existence. That is the only project they have. Everything they plan is how to eliminate us. That is why any little thing, Igbo, even when you are not even near where the thing happened, they will look for a way to blame you. Look at what is happening to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu today. Terrorists, criminals who has committed terrible things, they don't even question them. They don't lock them up. They receive pardon. They allow them to go, even with no court cases. With all the evidence on them and yet no court cases, they allow them to go. But Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, with all the whole court case, he defeats them and they still hold him. And at the end of the day, what does he do to them? It will bring them to their own destruction. That's why we must hold on. Because the God we serve, he will always have a reason why, he will destroy our enemies. And he will be justified when he's doing it. Because had it been, he would just come and knowing fully well that they have an evil plan against us. He knows, because our God is all-knowing. He already knows what they are going to do against us. He doesn't just destroy them because of the thoughts they have in fighting or in exterminating us. He allows them to try, to attempt at practicalizing that thought, that evil thought they have on us. Chukwuokike will give them chance. First of all, make that attempt so that the whole world will know that even though this did you nothing, you want to buy them, you want to eliminate them, then you will fail, and then we will bounce back and deal with you ruthlessly. And when we are dealing with you, we'll be showing the whole world evidence. Look at where they came to attack us. Just like when they all were bouncing on Amaka the other day. Amaka, bring her, deport her. At the end of the day, because Amaka knew she had an evidence, she slammed them and said, I will give them water, I will give them sniper, I will do this to them. They all came. And then when they came to court, Amaka said, look at what they did to me. Look at what they are planning against my people. This is a retaliation. So no case against the daughter of Zion. No case. Case, discharge, dismissed, no rule, no case. That is how Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is going to defeat them. He has already defeated them and is going to prove it and show it with a landslide. Go on, Neftali, our brother.
To destroy Israel, the Jewish people, and yet they always end up destroying themselves, bringing destruction at their doorstep. So we have to stay strong, hold on to these encouraging words that we are just not going anywhere. As Golda Meir said, our secret is that we have nowhere else to go. And the sooner our enemies will understand that Israel is here to stay, the better it will be for their sakes. Because messing with Israel comes with severe consequences.
The sooner our enemies realize that Biafra has nowhere to go and will remain here, the earlier for them to be even save themselves, because if you mess with Biafra, you will have the consequences. Let me allow him to repeat those last words again, so that I will paraphrase, in a better way.
To go. And the sooner our enemies will understand, we are just not going anywhere. As Golda Meir said, our secret is that we have nowhere else to go. And the sooner our enemies will understand that Israel is here to stay,
the sooner our enemies will understand that Biafra is here to stay. The sooner you understand that Biafra is here to stay, and our secret is that we have nowhere else to go. Nowhere else. We have only one home. Biafra, nowhere else to go. We die here. And the sooner you realize that, yeah. Come again, one name.
Else to go. And the sooner our enemies will understand that Israel is here to stay, the better it will be for their sakes. Because messing with Israel comes with severe consequences.
The sooner it will be better for them for their own sake, because messing with Biafra comes with what? Severe consequences. Very severe. If you mess with Biafra, you will receive the severe consequence. And there is no mercy. No mercy. Thank you very much, Naftali. Thank you. I think I put the link there. If there's anyone that wants to come in, I think I can spare like 10 to 15 minutes of my time before I go to bed. And then let me see if there is any updates from our beloved Prime Minister. There are updates. Okay. Otherwise, we will leave it for tomorrow. All right, nothing, no current update. And what 9 hours ago, our PM posted that 500 police retirees died while fighting for retirement benefits. Hey, yeah, zoo. 500 police retirees died while fighting for retirement benefits, because there's nothing, no benefit they have to give to anybody. Hungry one by everybody for that zoo. Oh, very, very sorry. And that's the country you are calling your own country, our country, my country. I pity for all of you. I pity for all of you, honestly. Yeah, every update there. Okay, Ezioku, thank God you came in right on time. You're welcome. You're welcome. Like Bibi Netanyahu, like Simon Ekpa, Biafra is our only home. We go nowhere. So where are you at? Unmute yourself, Mazi, and let's hear you. It's been a long time. Where have you been?
God bless you, my wonderful brother. Continue slow and steady, win the race. And I know that the Almighty God is in this movement.
Yes.
And according to some of the ministers who came out to say one or two things concerning Biafra, that is already declared in the realm of the spirit. And there is nothing anybody can do about it. And in fact, that minister went ahead to say, since last year, that when it comes to 2024, there is nothing that will stop Biafra from coming. So then when they were supposed to talk with them was last year. But since they failed to talk with them last year, this year, there is no way you can talk with them. They will bring Biafra. Biafra is coming this year. He's a show banker. And we also want to let those who doesn't know that, in fact, when they feel that what we were doing is not making sense, that is the time it's making more sense than when they thought it. Look at Wazirike. Wazirike have told them that they ignore him during his time. That Obasanjo ignored him. That they have seen the people they cannot ignore. The people that they cannot negotiate with. these people that they cannot ignore. They can't even negotiate with them because it's not like him that they ignored. But Master Simon Ekpa is moving with speed, according to him. It's moving with speed, and let them not make any mistake as if it is a joke. There was no joke. There is no joke. There have never been any joke. And that is why I stand by him. He's a correct guy. If you continue to go ahead, the Almighty God, the creator of heaven and earth, supported him 120%. There is nothing anybody can do to stop this movement. We are achieving Biafra this year by the special grace of the Almighty God. It's going to happen. Thank you, my brother. I don't want to take much of our time because I know maybe you have started for a very long time. I just say, let me try and check. I saw you. I say, let me just come in. It's been a long time. Thank you.
God bless you. I just posted the link and you came in. Thank you so very much for joining. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much, Mazi. Yeah, just like he has dropped his submission, I am going to give us this jingle and then we'll call it a night. You'll remember that the comparison between us and Israel is so unique. Israel is fighting to preserve their land, to make sure that they retain and sustain their heritage. We also were fighting to preserve our land. Israel did not go and attack anyone. They did not go to take over anybody. No, they came to take the land that Chukwukabiama gave to them and to occupy it. And they are in their land that God gave to them. The same thing with Biafra. We are in our land that God gave to us. And there's some foreign elements want to come and dispossess us of our own land, our own godly heritage. It is impossible. They will never succeed. All right, my brother, you came in and that's good. Good to have you. Mazi Mbatwegu Ilabuchi. Thank you, Wachineke. Go ahead. You have the microphone.
Vam, 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 vam.
I want you to. I don't know if you understand the comparison. They like Bibi Netanyahu and Simon Ekpa, two prime ministers.
That is where I'm going to hit. I'm going to hit now.
Go ahead.
I'm going to end it up. Ekenem unu muchineke all Biafrans, airborne to everyone. You see, whatever Israel is facing is exactly the situation Biafrans found ourselves. Even before the war, even before the fall of Ekumeku, before the Ekumeku warriors, it took Britain 40 good years. But in order for them to penetrate Igbo land, they have to use the same people that are against us today as foot soldiers to come and conquer our land. And Israel, that is, you are passing on the door, then you've taken your own share. That is what is happening. For what the one that Iran fired a few days ago, when you beat the child, you allow the child to cry, and Iran just cried, and immediately they are finishing that tears. I believe there will be another rainfall. So this is Israel for you, because the president of Israel, Prime Minister of Israel, don't know the meaning of mercy for terrorism. He does the same spirit with our Prime Minister. That same spirit. Before you are saying, let's find out if it's really full. Prime Minister have given, go there and bring them down, and that is the only language. The only language the Zoo understand. The same way Netanyahu have seen that the only language the terrorists understand is kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. And not how other Biafra land.
Yes.
Then to those who are scared of Biafra going and trying to do everything, using emotional blackmail, using every means to put that name down. Anything small thing, Igbo people, and at them, they are Biafra. Don't worry. Whatever they are eating, whatever they are enjoying is the fruit of their labor. And I don't, one of my friends was saying that I pity for, that he is pity for Benue people and the Middle Belt. I said, pity for who? Before the war, Benue and Middle Belt have the highest number of soldiers in Nigerian army. They are the one that visually fought this war. And I went further to tell him, okay, do you remember our people who escaped from North, entered train, and they're using train to run back to Enugu? Do you know where they were stopped? Same Middle Belt stopped them and massacre our mothers, our children, cut some of them, cut off their head, cut a woman with open stomach, and allow only the train driver to bring the corpse down to the east for us to see. And you want to pity them. They are eating, they are enjoying the karma of the innocent brother of Biafrans they killed. And this is just the beginning. And for our freedom, after December 2nd, nothing is going, no shaking. Nothing is going to happen. Yoruba land is on fire. Or Yoruba people get join under Hausa. They are same Hausa, their house is on fire. Or is it Middle Belt that they have already finished and the one has run away? Who is going to fight that battle? Or is it their brothers who are over there in Niger who have already embraced Russia and they are facing the other direction? Nigeria is finished. Completely finished. Who is going to fight that war? I'm not seeing anybody that will rise to challenge the armies of Biafra. That is why you see what they're doing now in government. They are cutting their last cake. Their last cake is what they are cutting. Then each one you bring out what they divide. Everybody take their own, and they're converting the money, pushing over to overseas because they know that very soon all of them will be on the run.
Yes,
all will be on the run. And for the man who want to bring IDP camp, can you see mentality? He wanted a second term tenor. Then he went to them. Okay, if you want to come in for second tenor, can you do this one thing for us? What is this, sir? They told him what to do. Then he rushed down. You know, the person he need to talk is already a bigger stooge. You know, I'm telling you what goes on there. Now, only for them to come out and they didn't even think twice and they were moving ahead to do that. Now, the question is this. This repented Boko Haram that they want to bring and train our land, while our own youths, the youths of Imo State, are roaming about, many of them graduates, no job.
Jobless.
They want to bring people from the north
to come and train.
So sometimes if I think about this, the madness in the brain of our politicians is so, I don't know. Your people are struggling, looking for work. See a graduate driving keke pepe, suffering, driving Okada. You don't even think of how to train them to reduce unemployment. Then you are trying to train somebody that have killed people and eventually they say he is repented. Who I thank God for Batodie. The only man who understands the language that Zoo listening to. The only man. This is just film I just buy a TV on. By December 2nd, I am buying Netflix. I am buying Netflix, and what is giving me joy now is that nobody again who is a politician that will come out even for national television. You know how it is. I watch interviews sometimes on most of the Zoo television. And even to say something, they are scared of talking because the eyes of Biafrans have turned red. Nobody can deceive us again. So all Biafran, chillax, relax, buy shield pills, nothing mega. Nobody who is going to fight that war. Nobody is coming to fight for us, fight against us. You see the Fulanis that the Fulanis know that Biafran land is no-go area. They know that one because someone has in a Pegoda Jigwe. So only woman relax so we here up on wire 2 Israelis when I do here. Adwogi akwana ekiriegi na ebe akwa echeta otu ka esi atụ here. Then by December, after December 2nd, atuzie ya gwo. Then I line. Man we na bana baboro mazana say I challenge you take one post. I got line. Then he take one post, I go take one post. Then it just dey by agbase gezigbo ton ya. Ka o mara yin na mma. We stand with Israel. We love you, our PM. We love you, Mazen Nandekano. We love all the horrible members of Biafran government in exile. We solidly stand behind you. Saturday is fundraising. No matter how little it is, please, let us contribute.
Thank you so much, Mazi Mbatuegu. Thank you so very much. And then there's something our beloved brother spoke about here, that even in that zoo, most of them are afraid to talk. Do you see that recently? It is recently that some of them are beginning to even speak up, knowing fully well what happened to Mazi Nandekano. It is now that some of them are even bold enough to speak. He didn't do anything now. Somebody like Aisha Yusufu. Aisha Yusufu, the very first time, was doing a video and supporting Mazi Nandekano. That Mazi Nandekano didn't do anything. That Ohaneze, mocking Ohaneze Ndibo, how can you be saying that they should pardon him? Pardon who? That Mazi Nandekano should be set free, and then he will now ask for damages. It is now that they are both. Why are they able to speak now? It is still because the same Mazi Nandekano stood up and fought for himself inside their own courtroom by himself. Because they still wanted to do that jamboree they do, back and forth, back and forth. Hey! What? You say, Allah, sit down there. Sit down. Let me talk to these people. They don't know who they are dealing with. That is how we are, Biafrans. We know how to rise up to the occasion and take that which belongs to us. Because we are so smart. It's just that some of the times we give too much benefit of doubt. But the days of a better is gone. The days of a better is gone. Now it is the time of Anya Red. Because our eyes have been so focused on the sun that our eyes itself is becoming the sun. You know, when you look at something for a long time, you will not transform into that thing. Will set you ablaze. Don't you know who we are? The fact that we keep quiet, everything will become a dumping ground. If it is not that we have woken up, I'm telling you, this particular thing they came to do in Mbano, they would have done it and got away with it. All this while, tell me, how can you be in a country, you call a country, somebody who came number 4? I know this thing, we keep saying, when Mazi Nandekano was saying it, he was like, what is it? Nobody even can stand up and oppose this nonsensical things going on in the zoo. Somebody in an election, you say you are doing an election, then somebody, Koro, he came number 4. Then they went to court. The other one that did not even come close, he came there and they gave him the position. All of you kept quiet. And then he was there doing everything doable and he was getting away with it. To the extent that they now told him that, look, you have to tell them that they must be marrying Fulani. Hope Uzodinjo wanted to make it a law that, in fact, had it been that Biafra army did not rise up and our prime minister did not rise up, by now, Hope Uzodinjo would have counted Fulani women that he would share to every Ezunono in Imo State. Every compound will have one Fulani woman, and there will Fulani Mukashiara everywhere. Pollute our land and our system. But we made sure that Hope Uzodinjo will never ever govern Imo State from Imo State. His office is still in Abuja. His office is where? Still in Abuja. That's how we roll. Because when we get to the limits, then we turn our eyes and say, you know, our eyes have been closed since. Because we have so much looked at the sun, and the sun have entered our eyes, and we cannot look anymore. All we need to do now is to turn our eyes to our enemies, open our eyes, and that sun that we have reflected a long time, we are blazing hot against our enemies. As we are looking at them, we are roasting them alive. We are roasting them because enough is enough. Israel, let me tell you, did you know how this destruction of Lebanon started? You know those people that are very foolish. So just look at Iran. If Israel want to, only that because of the population of the innocent people, Israel will just, almost all the technologies they use, even in Iran, telecommunication, without Israel, they will never have anything like telecommunication. Without Israel, they will never have anything like medical science, transportation, everything. That is why in Lebanon, you know what they did? Inside Israel, technicians who they knew very well that every phone you are using, Israel have their eye inside it. They hacked into their walkie-talkie. All you need to do, as long as you have a walkie-talkie, and that's what they use, a walkie system, a walkie-talkie line that was exclusive to Hezbollah was hacked into. Know why? Because components of that walkie-talkie belongs to Israel. They got into it. And that thing became a bomb in their hand. Their own walkie-talkie inside Israel was activated in their hand to become a bomb. All they need to do is just have that walkie-talkie, a telephone call or whatever will ring. As you pick it, it will explode. Many of them dropped at the same time. As if that one was not enough, as it is dropping, Israel is pummeling them. And their leader, the leader of Hezbollah, become a history, forgotten. And that is what infuriated Iran, because Iran have invested so much in that weaponizing of Hezbollah. But very soon, Iran will have a taste of their own cup of tea. They will have a taste of their own cup of tea, like Bibi Netanyahu, like Simon Ekpa. Just the way Simon Ekpa, our prime minister, have vowed that under his watch, Nigeria will have a taste of their own cup of tea. It is not a threat, it is a promise. And because they know that our prime minister, just like Bibi Netanyahu, does not make vain threats. Whatever they say, they mean. That is why they are using all manner of propaganda to go after him. And it doesn't deter him. That thing he said he will do it. Abromanwa na tata. Etam, a comb like this. The same woman, I know, Mazi, I think it's the same woman who did that in Imo State election that also did it in this election in Edo State. Wicked, the evil man is really working, but one day it's not about the same woman. The same woman that did what they did in Imo State, she is now the Minister of Justice of Nigeria. The Edo State one is, they went to put Wike's cousin to run the show for them. But right now, some of you that are thinking that election, P2B is coming back, P2B is coming, you are all fools. Because the woman that gave Hope Uzodinjo from number 4 to number 1, she is now, Kekere Eku is her name. She is now the Chief Justice of Nigeria. What she did in Imo State, she will do it every other place, everywhere else. So you are all sitting on a long thing. Those of you that are waiting for a change Nigeria, you are sitting on a long thing. And I pity for you. Honestly speaking, I pity for all of you. Let me give us this the jingle, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Somebody who wants people. Asima ya chwa genja ya chwage. Mene ya chwage. Elu ya chwaga ya chwage shingin ngego de block ngego le bula. Ijene lu kibre ne na asime ya chwage. Ofo. Ijena kibre asima ya chwa ngege jana seremni. Na fufu ni le komo Igbo na ata. Afufu ni le komo Biafra na ata. Egbe ni le ka na agba ni isi ayi. Ọnọdụ ọchọ ka ha na-ekreti terrorist ka a na-akpọ anyị ma ya bụ n'ego As a man, the leader cannot plan on your job, can they go what you're after social media? I want those of you who are hardcore, those who are chosen before you are born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born. What you get for Biafra restoration? Listen to you. Those who from their brothers who were born. Must be very, very soon.
otu nnọkọ ezinụlọ otu ọda ndị mbọ na ndị ekede hibere n'ije nwere onwe anyị iji were kwado obi isi ala anyị na ndị otu ọrụ ya Biafra Republic Government in Exile na-akpọ ụwa niile okwu na-akpọkwazi ụmụ Biafra niile nọ na mpaghara mba ụwa niile iji nabata onye isi ala nwa ime mmụọ nke Maazị Nnamdi Kanu gbatatara agbara agbakasị ya ahụ.
Biafra Republic Government in Exile.
n'afọ 2024 ma ọkụ elekere 6 nke mgbede n'oge Biafra ebe ọgbakọ bụ na mbugharị ndị oyibo kpọrọ Zoom.
A human being being sliced into two. Can you imagine such a thing? Biafra is going to be my destination. Despite the support of Britain, Russia, Egypt, and some other friends of Nigeria, we all will surely come out as a nation because our fighting a just cause. Even a little child on the street will tell you this. We shall never go back to Nigeria again. God's grace will surely emerge as a nation. And so, as far as this war continues, we'll fight to the last man.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa. He's doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important.
The war aim of Biafra is purely to prevent ourselves being slaughtered, nothing more. We haven't got the sophisticated war aim of Nigeria to conquer, to overrun, to do something or the other. For us, it's merely to prevent. And if anybody is going to judge our success and failure in this war, it will have to depend on how much we have prevented the enemy from killing us.
Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Australia liaison are inviting Biafrans in Australia and all over the world to come join us in welcoming the good guy, the unsolvable mathematics, the game changer, the nuclear shelter of the Biafra Defense Force, Ikoro Mmụọ, Obatobie, the spiritual son of Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, His Excellency Prime Minister Maazị Ekpa Simon Njoko. On the 6th of October 2024, time 11 a.m. Biafra time, venue Zoom meeting.
If we want to get it right, we must stop crying Simon Ekpa this, Simon Ekpa that. Of you crying for Simon Ekpa, you should stop crying for Simon Ekpa. Ekpa is no longer the problem that is holding Biafra not to come. He is not the person holding Maazị Nnamdi Kanu in DSS dungeon. We are the people holding Maazị Nnamdi Kanu because we are sleeping.
Yeah, Zoom is panicking. We are panicking. It is the truth.
A lot is going on in our land, and of course, we have to defend ourselves any day, anytime. Nigeria terrorist government have come with a lot of propaganda. When you demonstrate that you are ready to fight for your freedom, they profile you. They call you criminals, they call you terrorists, they call you all manner of names. The reason for that is to demoralize you. And we must not fall for that. My fellow Biafrans, I call on you this evening, do not allow the names they call you today to demoralize you.
All right. Good night, everyone. See you tomorrow morning. Catch you phone.